could have everybody's attention, please, for a moment as they're handing out the salads. I feel a lot better now that I've seen a few seniors. When I first walked in, I saw like Bob Hebert and Miss Crowley and Norm Bono and Andy Landry. I thought it was senior citizen night. I wasn't sure if I was at the right banquet. But now seeing all these young people here, I feel much better. Also seeing Calvin here threw me off a little bit too, being part of the senior citizen group. As you can see, he's starting to adjust his camera. As always, I'd like to welcome everyone to the Senior Athletes Award Banquet. This is sponsored by our Northeastern Booster Club in cooperation with the NCCS Athletic Department. I'm sure we'll have a good meal here tonight put on by our KCs. We always do. We have a guest speaker here tonight also, Steve Moffett, and he'll be speaking after we have our lovely dinner. Another thing that puzzled me as I looked around the room, I see Tim McDonough here, and I've had the opportunity to coach under him the last few years, and I'll tell you what, if you've never done it, I've coached under a lot of guys now, a lot of good women coaches and men's coaches, but this guy is unique. And I was thinking the other day, it's like every time we went to Pizza Hut or we went out someplace else, he was always looking for his wallet, or looking for money in his pocket, or left it in the car or something. And it made me think of a story back to St. Mary's way back. I forget, it was second grade or something, and we were doing some kind of math, and one of the sisters said, Tim, if you had a $5 bill in your right pocket and three $1 bills in your left pocket, what would you have? He says, well, I wouldn't have my pants. Anyway, everybody enjoy your meal. Thank you. Oh yeah? No more pack at the games? Or, oh my God. I'm going to miss you, you know. What a great meal. From all the waitresses and all the help, the cooks, and everybody that has anything to do with this meal, they deserve a nice round of applause. You know, I was sitting next to Steve, and he's quite nervous, and I told him, you relax. I said, we got awards tonight, we got awards tomorrow night, and if you want to see some real speaker, you should come watch Tim McDonough tomorrow night when he starts speaking about it. You'll feel like the President of the United States. If I get a copy of him from Calvin, you'll know what I mean. I'm not here to roast Tim McDonough either, but boy, he does a lot of funny things in that coaching field. But anyway, like I said, it's nice to see you make it, Jane. And a lot of other parents that are here tonight. A lot of thanks go out. Some of you are last ones to go through our athletic program, and we've had some good times. I've actually seen Pat O'Connor out there a few times making noise. He said he was going to put his back to me, so I wouldn't notice him. How could I not notice Pat O'Connor? The worst thing he did was put his back to me. Again, this is a night for the seniors. I have a guest speaker, Mr. Steve Moffett. He's going to speak to us for a little while. I told him to keep it short. And after that, we'll get Bob to come up, and Miss Crowley's going to come up. You know, and I promised that I didn't think there were any more years that I could come up with a joke about her eating. And she pushed it. She pushed it. I wasn't going to say a word. But I thought of something while I was sitting there. You missed your calling. For the amount of food that you can eat in a short time, you should come up with a diet and sell it. You'd never have to worry about going back to school again. Honestly, you are amazing. You've done well. Okay? You'll get your chance to go on. The head table, Mr. Hebert, Ms. Crowley, longtime employee and a big supporter of our athletic program, Mary Rasco. She deserves a big hand. She's an old time. President of our Booster Club, Carol Bayshard. Two people that have been involved in this Booster Club since day one, I believe. The secretary is Karen Gilroy, and our great Athletic Director, Josie Gilroy. Guess who's getting cake first? I don't believe it. Also at our head table is our guest speaker, Steve Moffett. Our guest speaker tonight recently completed his 6th season behind the Plattsburgh State Cardinal hockey bench and his 2nd season as the primary assistant coach. When asked about Steve Moffett, head coach Bob Emery stated, "Coach Moffett is a great asset to the hockey program at Plattsburgh and knows the program from all angles, having been a player, a graduate assistant, and now an assistant coach. As an assistant, whose duties include recruiting future players, Steve has the privilege of selling a product that he himself bought into in 1994. And it didn't take long for Steve's impact to be felt at the Stafford Arena, where as a freshman, he averaged more than a goal a game with 32 goals to go along with 25 assists and 11 power play goals for a total of 57 points. During his collegiate career, he would score 106 goals, which ranks him 3rd all-time for the Cardinals. 203 points, that put him 6th all-time at Plattsburgh, and his 8-game winning goals during his senior season is the most by any Cardinal player in a single season. The hockey program during Steve's tenure would record a total of 90 wins against only 20 losses and 3 ties. In recognition of his efforts, he would be selected a second-team All-American as a junior and would garner first-team All-American honors following his senior season, as well as being selected Plattsburgh State's Male Athlete of the Year in 1998. After graduation, Steve would spend 2 years playing professional hockey in the East Coast Hockey League. His first season was spent with the Columbus Chill during their Northeast Division Championship run in the 1988-99 season. The next season, he played with the Florida Everblades, where they finished with the best record in the ECHL and won the 1999-2000 Southwest Division title. A 1998 graduate of Plattsburgh State, Steve would earn his master's degree in school counseling from his alma mater in 2000 and served as a guidance counselor at Seton Catholic for 2 years. Steve is also an outstanding golfer, and just 2 weeks ago he carded a 73 during the first round of the Masters North Golf Tournament that placed him 3rd going into the 2nd day of competition. He qualified for the New York State Amateur Tournament last year and plays in as many as 10 state and national tournaments a year. We were very pleased when he graciously accepted our invitation to be with us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome former Plattsburgh State Male Athlete of the Year, 2-time All-American, East Coast Hockey League player, and now coach, Steve Moffett.
Well, it's an honor to be here. I've been on that side of these events plenty of times, and actually never thought I'd be up here. And I was kind of taken aback by it when Mr. Gilroy called me a few weeks ago, and you know, I was a little nervous, and I started thinking, well, geez, every time I'm on that side, I know one thing, I like when the speakers are quick. And the one good thing tonight is dinner was served already, so I don't have to worry about dinner, which is always good, because I know when I'm there, I want to eat. I don't want to listen to anybody until I eat. So that's good. So I'll take their advice and keep this short. You know, just keep it to about 45 minutes an hour, and then we can get But like I said, it's an honor to be here, and it's nice to see, you know, moms, dads, brothers, sisters coming here to an event like this, because I know that when my mom and dad they followed me through all my hockey career, all my brothers' athletic careers as well. They came to most games, and I'm sure you did as well. And I'm sure you're going to miss the sport that your sons and daughters played in just as much as they are, if they're not fortunate enough to go on and play. So I know you guys will be missing it, and I'm sure, you know, we should give you guys a round of applause as well. Tonight's about the seniors, okay? They put in 4 years, sometimes even 5 years of playing on a sport, whether it's track and field, whether it's soccer, whether it's hockey. So it's all about them tonight. They're the ones that put in the time, the dedication, the practices, put up with the coaching staffs, you know, the bad practices, you know, the wins and the losses. So tonight for you guys, let's give you guys a round of applause. You guys just went through 4 of the best years of your life. Hopefully you have 4 more years in college, and I'm sure they will be even better, because that is the best time of your life. Hopefully you can take something away from my experiences, away from some of my stories, and put it into your everyday use, whether it's school, whether it's at work, you know, or whether it's athletics coming up, whatever it may be. I think a major thing, a major point that I want to make is I'm going to talk a lot about passion, dreams, love, and determination tonight. I think those are 4 big qualities that make good people and make them great. Okay, if you can live your life every day with those 4 things, I think you're going to turn out all right. Growing up, as I was, you know, a youngster in high school, and I played most of the sports. I played hockey, obviously, golf, you know, track and field, soccer, baseball, and I kind of narrowed it down. I had a passion for hockey. I did it all the time. I played every day. I practiced. I was out in the front yard shooting pucks. I was, you know, just everything I did, I had a stick in my hand and I was playing hockey. My mom always said if I put enough time into my studying as I did playing hockey, we wouldn't be paying for college. Unfortunately, I didn't take her advice, and I came to Plattsburgh in '94, and basically haven't left since. I like the area, the community. I come from Philadelphia, it's a big city. Okay, I like the small town feel here. Everybody's close-knit, everybody knows each other's names, that sort of thing. I really enjoy it up here in the North Country. Like I said, I had a passion for hockey, and I try and take that. Obviously, I work in the field. I think it's the next best thing to play is coaching. Okay, I work as a coach. Okay, that's my full-time job, and obviously, I love the game. I study the game. I watch old games on MSG, you know, it's Channel 28 in Plattsburgh. The games are 10 years old. Okay, I know who won the game. But I still watch it because I get to learn things, and that's how I learn. I learn from other people, I learn from other people's mistakes, and I try to imitate, you know, what good that comes out of it. You know, when I was playing hockey, I would imitate Wayne Gretzky. I was fortunate enough to watch him when I was growing up, and I took a lot from him. Okay, I'm a very visual person. I like to learn by watching people, and that's always a great. I guess one thing that Coach Emery's taught me in my 10 years here is learn by other people's mistakes, because you can learn a lot from somebody else. Growing up, like I said, I grew up in Philadelphia. Okay, it wasn't a hockey hotbed by any means. Okay, I was a young senior. I graduated, I was 17. Okay, I wasn't ready to go to school right away. I knew I wasn't ready. I wasn't mature enough. My grades weren't good enough. I knew that. I took 3 years off. Okay, some people, you know, think, oh, that's a long time. I might not be able to get back into school. But I knew it was the right thing for me to do. Okay, I moved to Kalamazoo, Michigan for 1.5 years. Okay, when I was 17 to continue my hockey career. Okay, that was a passion. Like I said, my dream was to make it to the NHL. And that was a step I had to take. Okay, I really grew up a lot there. I really matured as a person. Okay, I was away, obviously, from home. All right, I was 12 hours away from home, living with a host family. Okay, I really grew up. I had to watch, just doing simple things, cooking, doing your laundry, that sort of thing. I was lucky. My mom took care of a lot of that when I lived at home. When I went away, I learned how to do it myself. And it doesn't sound like a big thing now, but when you're away, that was a pretty big deal when you don't have a clean pair of jeans to put on. So, but I have two stories. I know you guys know Coach Emery, and I've heard some stories about him, and probably seen some stories firsthand at Stafford Arena. But this guy I played for in Kalamazoo, he made Emery look like a saint. He was tough, okay? But I learned a lot from him. Okay, I knew I had to grow up, and he taught me how to grow up, and just how to adjust. Okay, he put a lot of pressure on me. Most of the other guys were from the Michigan area. They came home. They could get home on the weekends, but I, obviously 12 hours away, I wasn't getting home too often. But he was a tough coach. He was a real tough coach. As you know, hockey's a pretty physical sport, pretty tough sport, and by no means am I, a tough guy at all. But when you get to the junior level, now you start to be able to fight, okay? And every kid wants to fight. So we're sitting there, we're in camp, and I'm having a pretty good camp, and I get jumped from behind. Okay, no big deal. We get in a fight. It's not a big deal. That wasn't the tough part. The tough part was getting back on the bench, coach coming down, tapping me on the shoulder, say, "I want you to go back and fight him again." Now that's hard. I mean, I don't to do it again and not to, he wanted me to go up, tap him on the shoulder, drop your gloves and fight. Like I said, I'm not a fighter, but that was one of the harder things I've ever had to do. Another story about him and his toughness is second week actually we were after camp and we were in practice. My first week back out there. And you didn't have to wear a mask back then. So I'm skating up the boards, we're in practice. I get cross-checked right in the mouth, teeth everywhere. I'm actually on my hands and knees. I see two teeth spinning around in a circle, bleeding all over. I'm like, all right, collecting my thoughts. I hear, "Mom, get over here. What are you doing?" All right, I skate over. He goes, "You okay?" I said, "Yeah, I'm all right. Can you play?" "Yeah, I can play." "Well, get out there." No, no towel, no nothing. Just go play. That's what he wanted me to do, and it taught me a lot about what playing hockey was all about. After Kalamazoo, I went to Des Moines, Iowa for a year and a half. Okay. 2 days, 24 hours away, straight driving. Des Moines, Iowa. My first experience with country music, okay, coming from Philadelphia. Now I'm a fan. I like country music. And also played in front of about 3,500 fans. So both those things got me, kind of acclimated to Plattsburgh State and hockey and just the surrounding areas, because it is just flat as far as you can see and nothing but cornfields. And from a city boy like me, it was a big shock. It was a big shock. But anyways, I get to Plattsburgh. Coach Emery, he's recruiting me, and he called me about every day. And I started screening my calls. Okay. Ask who it is. Who is it? Bob Leonard, the guy with the Boston accent. So, I don't want to be Plattsburgh. I'm better than Plattsburgh. So I thought. Everybody thinks they're probably better than they really are. But you know what? I talked to more people. I had a couple other options I could have went. Could have attended a few more schools. Talked to a few people. You gotta go to Plattsburgh. You gotta go to Plattsburgh. And something that really stuck out to me is Plattsburgh only has about 6,000 students, okay? Like I said, I took 3 years off of school. I knew for myself, if I went to one of the other institutions I was looking at, Illinois, Chicago, okay, Michigan State, they had 40, 50,000 people. So I'm sure a lot of you have already made your decisions on where you're going to school. But if you haven't, take it from me. Find somewhere that you're going to fit in, okay? That you're going to fit in with the town. You're going to like the town. You're going to fit in. You're not going to be just a number. Okay? You were a student, you were a person at Plattsburgh State. They knew your name, the teachers knew who you were. You only had 25 students. I thought it was the best move I made in my life. I mean, everything worked out perfect for me, but I think doing my homework, finding out how many students were here, what the support staff that was at Plattsburgh State, it really helps your academic career. And I wasn't the best student in high school, but I made it through Plattsburgh State and now have my master's degree from Plattsburgh. Okay? So find your niche and know what's good for you as a student. Okay? A few things that I've learned along the way from playing sports that maybe you can take something away from this as well. Okay? Number one, don't settle. Okay? Don't settle. I'll kind of elaborate on this a little bit later. Challenge yourself every day. Challenge yourself every day. And the third thing, love. Okay? Love is a big thing. What I mean by don't settle. Okay? Be a perfectionist. Write the best paper you can write. Okay? Work the hardest you can work, whether you're at school or at practice. Do the best job that you can do. Okay? Because that's going to pay off in the long run. If you go through it and you're only, putting in 50%, you're only going to get out 50%. You put in and you'll get that out. Okay? Pay attention to detail. Story my dad had. He is very, very meticulous. I learned a lot from him. One of the hardest working guys I know. He owns his own business now, and he still works 70, 80 hours a week. He's 67 years old, and he just is a workaholic. And I learned a lot from him. And one thing, I was working for him, and he came in and he just let me have it. He said, "This is unacceptable." I thought I did a great job. Unacceptable. This is, you have to take pride in the work, do the best you can, make sure that it's right. Do it right the first time. Okay? Do it right the first time, and make sure that you're putting in 100%. Okay? And I didn't do it that day. And I learned from that day on. I was working for my dad. It was his company. He was the boss, and I had to listen to him and do it right. Improve every day. We talk to our players at Plattsburgh State. We have approximately 100 practices a year. Okay? If you can improve 1% every day, 1%, you're going to be 100% better than when you came in that year. So every day, same thing, you can apply it to work, school, family, your relationships, with your friends, with your mom, your dad, your brothers, sisters. Work to improve those. Work to improve every day. All right? Good quote I like is, every day you don't do something, somebody passes you by. Thought that was a great quote. Not sure who said it. Okay? Every day you don't do something, somebody passes you by. All right? There's always somebody that may be getting up earlier, maybe staying up later, maybe working out harder, maybe studying harder. Okay? Make sure that you're doing something every day to get better. Challenge yourself. Set goals for yourself. They may be short-term, long-term, easy. Okay, easy goals that you can accomplish today. Medium goals that, it may take you a week or two. And really tough goals that, you may not ever get there. My goal was to make the NHL. I never played there. Okay, but I earned a lot, and I received a lot from playing hockey and reaching for, as high as I could. I played pro hockey. I'm one of the fortunate ones to ever play and get paid for it. Okay? Strive for those unattainable goals, because you never know. You may get there one day with enough hard work. All right? Make clear goals. The more you refer to them, the more you visualize them, the easier they get. Okay? It'll be hard. You'll be able to turn those into reality. So make sure that you're really pushing for those goals. And write them down. Keep them in a book. Keep them in a book. Look at them every day. You don't have to tell anybody. Maybe it's better that you don't. But keep that book, look at it, refer to it, and maybe check those goals off once you get there. You'll start seeing a lot of progress. Love. Love everything you do. Okay? That passion, that attitude, that you love it, that you love going to work, that you love playing soccer. That's going to make you a better person. You're going to be a better soccer player. You're going to be a better brother, okay, better son. Be passionate. Be excited. Be excited to get up. Every day is a new day. Be excited to get up. Be ready to go. Get up and do something. Okay? There's more times than not, people end up sitting around the house. Okay? Now it's 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and it gets harder and harder to get going. You get up, you get out, you get a breakfast, and you get going, and find something to do. Find something to do, whether it's academic, sport-related, whatever it may be. Sports in my life, I've been pretty lucky. It's given me everything. Everything I have, I owe back to sports, okay? My job, back to sports. My wife, comes back to sports. I married a girl from Saranac. Okay, if I didn't come back, I wouldn't have met her. Alright? Love going to work. I love it. It's part of my job. It's part of it every day. I don't miss anything. I'd rather be at work because I know I may get a call that day that, Jimmy Smith from Michigan, he's coming to play hockey. That's a natural high. You're going to get those natural highs by doing things that you love and putting in that attitude and that energy, that excitement every day. That natural high is the best feeling you can get. Okay. I got my education, master's degree, and my undergraduate degree based on hockey. Okay. I don't know if I would have went to school if I didn't play hockey. I came to Plattsburgh State for the hockey team. I'm not, it's no secret. So do 25 other kids every year. You may go to school for the hockey, but as you get there, things turn around and you end up being there for the education. 99.9% of us aren't going to get rich playing sport, but we are going to get rich with that degree. That may be that business degree, education degree, whatever it may be. That's how you're going to make your money. Probably not by playing sports. I needed a master's degree just to be a hockey coach. Just to be a hockey coach. When you're off at school, hopefully how many people are going to school next year? Know where they're going. That's good. And how many we have 30 students here? 30? More than 30 students? 45 students? That's good. I mean, you may not start out at Plattsburgh State, you may not start out at Boston College, but wherever you start, I would really try and make sure that even if you take one credit a year, 3 credits a year, keep your mind going, get to school. It's not where you start, it's where you finish. It's not where you start, it's where you finish. Okay. I have 2 more things. If you get anything out of this, okay, live your life with passion, love, determination, and reach for your dreams. Alright? If you get anything out of it, just try and live every day with all those 4 things, and I think your days will be a lot better. Okay, I have one little story here. Okay, if you've ever played a sport, okay, seniors, just close your eyes for a few minutes while I read this, and think about that last game that you played. Okay, I've read this probably 7, 8 times, and every time I read it, still get a little bit, a little choked up about it, or whatever, when you start thinking about some of the memories. So if you ever played any sports, or ever been part of a team, or anything that's ever ended before, just listen. Okay. Seems that in sports, athletes are trying to constantly delay the inevitable, to play as long as they can. Think about it. Why do you play all year round when you're growing up? Why do you lift weights and do plyometrics all the time? It's all a means to an end. Almost all the athletes try to delay as long as possible the time when they have to take off their jersey for the last time. You try to get better so you can play at a higher level, so you can play longer, but it happens. And there's nothing except to keep winning that you can do about it. You can feel each second tick off the clock. A surreal slow motion experience as if in a movie. You look at the clock, click, you're another step closer to the end. Your heart flutters, the coach starts calling your name a lot more. Parents shift uncomfortably in their seats. What are they going to do when it's all over? It's been years they've been doing this. You're tired. It's the end of the game, the end of the season. But this is the season. Your senior season. This is your last game of your last year. Many seniors will experience this soon. Some already have. It happens too quickly, and it isn't fun. When the final buzzer sounds, and you're on the losing side, after all, only one team isn't on the losing side at the end of it all. It's like a giant weight suddenly drops out of the sky onto your shoulders, forcing the wind out of your lungs. You begin to hyperventilate, forcing back tears. You think, am I doing this right? You don't want to be a spectacle. You want to go out with dignity, but you can't. It's over, and you know it. Take a look around and try and take it all in. What the final score was, every detail. Across the field, the other team is celebrating. It hurts. You shake hands. Maybe an old teammate is on the other side. He can tell you you're having a tough time with it. He's glad, but he doesn't gloat. He hugs you and tells you something nice. Every athlete is genuine in moments like this. And then you shake the opposing coach's hands and wish them luck. Then it's over. It's really over. You step off the field and into the rest of your life. Soon you're in the locker room. Coach makes a speech thanking the seniors for all they've sacrificed over the years, all they've done for the program, for being good role models for the young guys, and they all give you a hand. And it too is a very real moment. Again, players are genuine in these circumstances. Pretty soon, there's a procession of younger guys who are glad that they aren't you right now. They shake your hand and tell you how much they admired you and looked up to you. They respected you, not only for how you played or what you said in between the periods, but for the person you were. You were their teammate, and they appreciated that. The key word being were. You fight to hold back the tears. You're not doing a very good job. Your eyes begin to ache like you've been up for 48 hours. The mind races. Back to the games after school at your best friend's house in 7th grade, the Learn To clinics, your first goal, your first hat trick, your Pee Wee State tournament, your high school team, your JV team. All the steps it took to get where you were, the sacrifices, the hard times, the slumps, the medals, the trophies, they are all a part of you, of who you are, your identity. I am an athlete, you think, but maybe not anymore. Not in any meaningful capacity anyway. You'll never put on a uniform in any meaningful game from this point on. You take as long as you possibly can to take off your equipment, and you don't do it in the same order you usually do. You leave the jersey on for the last, because like all the memories, it's a part of who you are. Maybe you pull it off a little bit and use it to hide behind, covering your face as you sob, almost uncontrollably. You think all the teammates and all the good times, the bad times, the hard practices, the post-game get-togethers, and you love them, all of them. Even the ones you didn't like, they are your teammates. They will be forever. Never again will you be this close to a group of people. You can't replace that, and you know it. That's when you pull yourself together, for them more than for yourself. It's your last duty as a team, the last personal sacrifice you'll have to make. Slowly, ever so slowly, you begin to pull the jersey off. First over your head, then one arm, then the other. You might hold it for a while, smell it. Maybe if you're neat, you fold it. Maybe you bundle it up, and then, as you place the jersey in the shirt bag, you do it yourself. You want to be the last one to touch the jersey. You've touched a badge of honor, courage, sacrifice, all those years of effort for the last time, and it hurts, but it's worth it. The bus ride home is dead silent at first. You stare through the clouded windows at the trees flashing by towards a return to your school. What if I had done this? What if I had done that? What if? You're playing each and every play of the game in your mind. If you only beat that guy to the ball that one time, maybe, no, it's over. People begin to talk, low mumbles about emotionless things at first. Toss me that pillow. Can I get by? I gotta go to the bathroom. But then someone will bring up a memory about sophomore year. Just us, just the team for the last time. Take advantage of it. Being a member of a team is a privilege you earn. Slowly the ride lightens up and people are together, talking and joking. This is it, you think. I might as well make the best of it. Before you know it, you've told every story, some rehashed, some new, and then the bus driver, Gus, Johnny, or Jacko, he makes the final turn into the school. You watch the sign as the bus crawls by, the coach says some more nice words, there's one last round of applause. The bus slows to a halt, and everyone gets up and strolls off one by one. You grab your equipment, some including you for the last time. Hands are shaking. You walk back to your car, or whatever, and you're again lost in your thoughts. Months later, you'll probably talk about that with other seniors, what they felt. Almost exactly what you felt, and you'll agree. Sure, it's over. It's really over now, but it was all worth it. We are athletes. We always have been. We always will be, and it's great. But you don't want it to end. You give anything for one game, anything, and that is why sports are so important.
Thank you, Steve. A lot of words, very well said. Okay, now we'll have the awards. Our athletic director, Ms. Josie Gilroy.
I won't be smelling any jerseys too soon. I'd like to apologize to Allie Weiss and Ashley Akey. Their names got inadvertently omitted from the special areas of the program, and I'll make sure they get copies of it corrected. If anyone else would like a corrected copy, just let me know.
Forgot Brad too.
Okay. Sorry. Brad Keith. On behalf of the Northeastern Clinton Athletic Department, I would like to welcome all the athletes, parents, fellow coaches, members of the Booster Club, administrators, and guests to our Senior Athletes Awards Banquet. It is indeed a special opportunity to honor our senior athletes. I would like to thank our guest speaker, Steve Moffett, for his enlightening and passionate words, Lisa Menard for typing the program, Tina Ducharme for printing the plaques, and the staff here at the KFC for such a great dinner. Many thanks go to the Booster Club for organizing this event, as well as their ongoing support for our athletic program, and the Cougar Running Club as well for their support of our athletic program. Between those two groups, we now have a large concession stand on the soccer field and a pavilion storage area at the track. A tremendous thanks goes to all the local businesses and volunteers that contributed to the construction of these two buildings. Thanks also to the parents who volunteer to work in the concession stands. Please join me in a round of applause for everyone. At this time, I would like to introduce the coaches that are present tonight and ask them to stand. Brent Baker, volleyball. Lauren Bonnell, basketball. Frank Dumas, soccer, basketball, and softball. Matt Trevette, golf. Myself for soccer. Bill Hoxley, soccer. Dave Popes, cross country. David Lambert, basketball. Andy Landry, basketball. Tim McDonough, softball. I hope I haven't missed anyone. Tonight is a time to celebrate, but it's also a time to pause, remember, and reflect. We have here tonight a prime example of what can be done when a group of young adults were united by a common purpose of what each athlete could do if they gave of themselves for the good of all, of what could be accomplished when they worked together. Very shortly, I will read off a list of our athletes' accomplishments, something that they can remember for the rest of their lives and point to with pride. Just about anyone can run, kick a ball, bounce a ball, throw a ball, or hit a ball. But it takes a real commitment to become a Shaquille O'Neal, Diana Taurasi, Mia Hamm, Maurice Green, Derek Jeter, Serena Williams, or Tiger Woods. The real difference is in the degree of commitment of the players. Perhaps none of you will get to the world-class athlete level, but you did make the commitment a long time ago to set and accomplish goals, to improve, to excel, and to become the best player in your sport that you could be. You went the extra inches when everything in you was screaming to quit. You got up early for those summer practices or Saturday morning practices, and you came back to school in the evening for a late practice. You didn't give up or stop when you were tired or discouraged. Nothing worthwhile comes without effort. As the saying goes, no pain, no gain. And the price of that commitment may have come in terms of sore muscles, cuts, bruises, or sprained ankles. Yet I believe that every commitment brings success. Commitment gives you the chance of becoming great at your sport. In the act of committing yourself, you achieve a victory of spirit. It gives you the knowledge that you can plan for a goal yourself, can work for something worthwhile and good, can overcome your doubts and fears and sense of limitations. Commitment brings with it a self-confidence that will benefit you in all aspects of your life and in coping with whatever the future may hold. Your parents made the commitment to athletics right along with you. Even as a spectator, they experience your participation in sports. They too feel your joy when your team wins, your pain when you get hurt, or your disappointment when a victory eludes you. So make sure you take the time to let your parents know how important their support has been to you over all the years you've been participating in youth, middle school, and high school athletics. I applaud your devotion to the Northeastern Clinton Athletic Program. Your spirit, sacrifice, discipline, teamwork, perseverance, responsibility, sportsmanship, and commitment will act as a foundation for your continued success in the future. Your accomplishments in both athletics and academics have brought good public relations to our school, and your achievements as individuals and team members of the class of 2005 will long be remembered by all of us. We are proud of you and hope that in some small way, participation in our athletic program has helped you to grow and mature into fine young men and women. Thank you. For our awards, I will recognize each individual athlete in the following categories: number of years earning a varsity letter in each sport, whether they are a captain, most valuable player, most improved player, the White Man Awards, which is someone who has lettered in 3 varsity sports in 1 year, and the Special Awards Records academic achievements while participating at Northeastern Clinton. I'm going to start with the ladies this year. I'm going to ask you to come over here and line up along the wall. We'll see if your 13 years of education have paid off, because I would like you to line up in alphabetical order. We all set, ladies? All right. What I'd like you to do is to step right up here when I call your name, look right at the camera. I'll read it out to you, and then Mr. Moffitt will give you your plaque and congratulate you. And then you can head right back around. Emma Allen. She earned her varsity letter in volleyball 3 years, in tennis 2 years. She was a captain in volleyball, most valuable player in volleyball 1 year, qualified for the New York State Public High School Athletic Association Scholar Athlete Team Award in volleyball 1 year, in tennis 2 years. Earned the CDAC All-Academic Award in the winter season. She had a grade point average of 90% in her senior year for 2 sports seasons. Congratulations on that. Marcy Grasser. Marcy earned her varsity letter in cheerleading 4 years. She was a captain in cheerleading. She has 2 CDAC championships and earned a varsity letter for 4 consecutive years. Congratulations, Marcy. Sarah Bushy. Sarah earned her varsity letter in cheerleading 4 years. She has 2 CDAC championships, and she earned a varsity letter for 4 consecutive years. Congratulations. Karen Christensen Acero. Karen earned her varsity letter in volleyball 3 years. She was a captain in the volleyball team, most valuable player in volleyball 2 years, most improved volleyball player 1 year. She qualified for the New York State Public High School Athletic Association Scholar Athlete Team Award in volleyball 1 year, the CBAC All-Conference All-Star in volleyball 2 years, and she had a grade point average of 90% in her senior year for 1 sports season. Congratulations, Karen. Karen Connor. Karen earned her varsity letter in cross country 5 years and in track 2 years. She was the captain of the cross country team, most improved player, or most improved runner in cross country 1 year. Earned a varsity letter in cross country for 5 consecutive years. Qualified for the New York State Scholar Athlete Team Award in cross country for 5 years and in track for 2 years. She earned the CBAC All Academic Award in the spring season and had a grade point average of 90% in her senior year for 2 sports seasons. Congratulations, Erin. Jess Galway. Jess earned her varsity letter in soccer 2 years and softball 4 years. She was a captain in both soccer and softball, most improved softball player 1 year. In soccer, she has 1 CBAC championship, 1 Section 7 championship, and in softball, 1 CBAC championship and 1 Section 7 championship. Congratulations, Jess. Caitlin Herbert. Caitlin earned her varsity letter in cross country 5 years, in indoor track 1 year, and track 5 years. She was a captain in cross country and track, most valuable in cross country 5 years, in track 1 year in the track and field events. She earned her white letter N in cross country, indoor track, and track 1 year. In cross country, CBAC All-Star for 5 years, a state qualifier for 5 years. She received a Section 7 Sportsmanship Award. She owns the NCCS cross country course record of 20:01 in 2002. In indoor track, she was a Section 7 champion in the 4x800 meter relay. In track, NCCS school record in the 3,000 meter run of 11:47.2 in 2002. School record in the 3,200 meter relay of 10:31.4 in 2003. School record in the 1,500 meter run of 5:14.9 in 2004, and she improved that this year to 5:09. Qualified for the New York State Public High School Athletic Association Scholar Athlete Team Award in cross country for 5 years, in indoor track for 1 year, in track for 5 years. Earned the CBAC All Academic Award in the fall season. The grade point average of 90% in her senior year for 2 sports seasons. Earned a varsity letter in cross country for 5 consecutive years, and in track for 5 consecutive years. Congratulations, Kate. Drink of water. Brittany Jarvis. Step up, don't be shy. Brittany earned her varsity letter in soccer 4 years, in basketball 3 years, in track 1 year, and tennis 2 years. She was a captain in soccer and basketball, most valuable player in soccer 3 years, and in basketball 1 year, most improved player in basketball 1 year, and tennis 1 year. Earned a white and award in soccer, basketball, and tennis 2 years. In soccer, 1 CBAC championship, 2 Section 7 championships, a regional championship and state quarterfinalists in 2001. CBAC Soccer Official Sportsmanship Award 1 year. CBAC Honorable Mention All-Star 1 year. CBAC Division I and All-Conference All-Star 2 years. And was on the second team All-State in 2003. In basketball, 3 CBAC championships, 2 Section 7 championships, CBAC Division I All-Star 1 year, CBAC First Team All-Star 1 year. She was on the 4th team All-State in 2005. In tennis, First Team All-Star at #1 doubles 1 year. Qualified for the New York State Public High School Athletic Association Scholar Athlete Team Award. In soccer 3 years, in basketball 2 years, in tennis 1 year. Grade point average of 90% in her senior year for 1 sport season. Earned a varsity letter in soccer 4 consecutive years, earned a varsity letter in 4 different sports: soccer, basketball, track, and tennis. Congratulations, Joe. Jenna Martin. Earned a varsity letter in cross country 1 year and in volleyball 2 years. Jenna qualified for the New York State Public High School Athletic Association Scholar Athlete Team Award in volleyball 1 year. The grade point average of 90% in her senior year, 1 sport season. Congratulations, Jenna. Jenna Mitchell. Jenna earned her varsity letter in volleyball 2 years, in tennis 2 years. She was the most improved volleyball player 1 year, qualified for the New York State Public High School Athletic Association Scholar Athlete Team Award in volleyball 1 year, in tennis 2 years, and a grade point average of 90% in her senior year for 1 sport season. Congratulations, Jen. Danielle Parker. Danielle earned her varsity letter in bowling for 2 years. She was a captain of the bowling team. She has 1 CBAC championship, 1 Section 7 championship, CBAC co-sportsmanship award for 1 year, and a state qualifier 1 year. Congratulations, Danielle. Kaylee Passano. Kaylee earned her varsity letter in soccer 2 years, in basketball 2 years. She was the captain of the basketball team, most improved basketball player 1 year. In soccer, there's 1 CBAC championship and 1 Section 7 championship. In basketball, 2 CBAC championships, 2 Section 7 championships. The grade point average of 90% in your senior year, 1 sport season. Congratulations, Kaylee. Juliana Rowe. That's about as close as I can get. She's an exchange student from Germany. Juliana earned her varsity letter in tennis for 1 year. Most valuable player in tennis 1 year, which she'll find out tomorrow. Qualified for the New York State Public High School Athletic Association Scholar Athlete Team Award in tennis this year, and was in the CBAC second team All-Star at number 2 doubles. Congratulations, Juliana. Lauren Smith. Lauren earned her varsity letter in volleyball 2 years. She was a captain of the volleyball team. Qualified for the New York State Public High School Athletic Association Scholar Athlete Team Award in volleyball 1 year. Grade point average of 90% in her senior year for 1 sport season. Congratulations, Lauren. Brittany Supanoff. Brittany earned her varsity letter in volleyball 2 years, qualified for the New York State Public High School Athletic Association Scholar Athlete Team Award in volleyball 1 year, and a grade point average of 90% in her senior year for 1 sport season. Congratulations, Brittany. Amanda Trombley. Amanda earned her varsity letter in volleyball 2 years, softball 1 year. In softball, she has 1 CBAC championship and 1 Section 7 championship. Congratulations, Amanda. Allie Weiss. Allie earned her varsity letter in soccer 3 years, in indoor track 1 year, and softball 4 years. She was a captain in soccer, most valuable soccer player 1 year, earned her White Ann Award in soccer, indoor track, and softball 1 year. In soccer, she has 1 CBAC championship, 1 Section 7 championship, CBAC Official Sportsmanship Award 1 year, CBAC Honorable Mention All-Star for 2 years. In softball, 1 CBAC championship, 1 Section 7 championship, the CBAC Division I and All-Conference All-Star 1 year, qualified for the New York State Public High School Athletic Association Scholar Athlete Team Award in soccer 3 years, in indoor track 1 year, has a grade point average of 90% in her senior year in 2 sport seasons. Earned a varsity letter in softball for 4 consecutive years. Congratulations, Anna. Ashley Yankee. Ashley earned her varsity letter in cross country 1 year and volleyball 2 years. Qualified for the New York State Public High School Athletic Association Scholar Athlete Team Award in volleyball 1 year, in tennis 1 year. The grade point average of 90% in their senior year for 2 sports seasons. Congratulations, Ashley. Could we have the boys come up front now, please? Once I'm done, I will read back through the names quickly. I'll go over the names of the people that were not here tonight and just explain what sport they are the rest of the letter in. Colin Daly. Colin earned his varsity letter in soccer 2 years, in basketball 2 years. He was a captain in soccer and basketball teams. Most valuable player in soccer 1 year, in basketball 2 years. In soccer, 1 CDAC championship, 1 Section 7 championship. CDAC second team all-star for 1 year, first team all-star 1 year. And in basketball, CDAC third team all-star 1 year. Congratulations, Tommy. William Collins. William earned his varsity letter in tennis 3 years. He was a captain on the tennis team, most valuable tennis player 1 year, most improved tennis player 2 years. He has 2 CDAC championships, qualified for the New York State Scholar Athlete Team Award in tennis for 2 years, earned a CDAC All-Academic Award during the spring season, has a grade point average of 90% in his senior year, 1 sport season, CDAC second team all-star at number 2 doubles 1 year, and a first team all-star at number 3 singles 1 year. Congratulations, William. Tyler Decos. Tyler earned his varsity letter in soccer for 2 years. He has 1 CDAC championship and 1 Section 7 championship. Congratulations, Tyler. Travis Dragoon. Travis earned his varsity letter in cross country 4 years, in indoor track 1 year, in basketball 1 year, in track 5 years. He's a captain of the cross country and track teams. Most valuable player in cross country, runner in cross country 4 years, in track 2 years in track events. Most improved in track 1 year and in basketball 1 year. Earned his white letter N in cross country, basketball, and track 1 year. In cross country, CDAC and Section 7 individual champion with a time of 15:56 in 2003. He's a CDAC All-Star for 3 years, state qualifier for 3 years. He has the NCCS cross-country course record of 16:48 in 2003. In track, he's a Section 7 champion, 1600-meter relay run, a school record and state qualifier, 4:34.8 in 2004. Is a school record in a 1600-meter run of 4:32 in 2005. A school record in the 800-meter run of 2:02 in 2005. A school record and state qualifier in the 3200-meter relay, 8:19.9 in 2005. Earned a varsity letter in cross country 4 consecutive years and in track 5 years. Earned a varsity letter in 4 different sports: cross country, indoor track, basketball, and track. Congratulations, Travis. David Dumas, sorry, I tried to call you everything but your own name. David Dumas has earned his varsity letter in baseball 2 years, and congratulations, David.
Yeah, David.
I think I called him by his brother's name last year. Lucas Dunn. Luke earned his varsity letter in soccer 3 years, in indoor track 1 year, in track 3 years. He was a captain in soccer, indoor track, and track. Most valuable player in soccer 2 years, and in track 1 year in track events. Earned his white letter and award in soccer, indoor track, and track 1 year. In soccer, 1 CDAC championship, 2 Section 7 championships, CDAC honorable mention all-star 1 year, CDAC most valuable soccer player in 2004. 4th team All-State in 2004. In track, 1 CDAC championship, 1 state qualifier in 100 meters of 11.2 in 2003. Section 7 400-meter relay champion of 46.4 in 2003. Earned the Matt Smith Award in track 1 year. Qualified for the New York State Public High School Athletic Association Scholar Athlete Team Award in track for 2 years. And a grade point average of 90% in his senior year for 1 sports season. Congratulations, Luke. Kyle Bradway. Kyle earned his varsity letter in hockey 4 years and golf 1 year. He was the captain of the hockey team. CDAC First Team Hockey All-Star 1 year. Qualified for the New York State Public High School Athletic Association Scholar Athlete Team Award in hockey 1 year. Earned a CDAC All-Academic Award during the winter season. And a grade point average of 90% in his senior year during 1 sports season. Earned a varsity letter in hockey for 4 consecutive years. Congratulations, Kyle. Someone was here earlier, he's missing now. CJ Hunter. Earned his varsity letter in cheerleading 3 years and in track 2 years. Most improved runner in track 1 year in the track events. In cheerleading, 2 CDAC championships. Qualified for the New York State Public High School Athletic Association Scholar Athlete Team Award in track for 1 year. Congratulations, CJ. Jed Ladd. Jed earned his varsity letter in cross country 1 year, in soccer 1 year, in track 1 year. In soccer, 1 CDAC championship, 1 Section 7 championship. Qualified for the New York State Public High School Athletic Association Scholar Athlete Team Award in track 1 year. Grade point average of 90% in his senior year for 1 sports season. Congratulations, Jed. Corey Letourneau. Corey earned his varsity letter in soccer 2 years, in basketball 2 years, in baseball 2 years. He earned a White Pen Award in soccer, basketball, and baseball 2 years. And in soccer, 1 CDAC championship and 1 Section 7 championship. Congratulations, Corey. Charles Martin. Charlie earned his varsity letter in bowling 3 years, most improved bowler 1 year. He has 1 Section 7 championship and 1 CDAC the CDAC Sportsmanship Award for 3 years. Congratulations, Charlie. Dan Moore. Dan earned his varsity letter in golf for 2 years, and he was the most improved golfer for 1 year. Congratulations, Dan. Michael Connor. Mike earned his varsity letter in cross country 2 years, in soccer 2 years, basketball 2 years, and tennis 2 years. He earned a White Ant Award in soccer, basketball, and tennis for 2 years. In soccer, 1 CDAC championship, 1 Section 7 championship. In tennis, 1 CDAC championship, qualified for the New York State Public High School Athletic Association Scholar Athlete Team Award in cross country for 2 years. In tennis, 2 years. Earned the CDAC All-Academic Award in the fall season. The grade point average of 90% in his senior year for 3 sports seasons. Earned a varsity letter in 4 different sports of cross country, soccer, basketball, and tennis. Congratulations, Mike. Mike Rao. Mike earned his varsity letter in soccer 2 years, in golf 2 years, most improved golfer 1 year. And in soccer, 1 CDAC championship and 1 Section 7 championship. Congratulations, Mike. Brandon Sample. Brandon earned his varsity letter in soccer 2 years, in basketball 2 years, in tennis 2 years. He's a most valuable tennis player 1 year, most improved basketball player 1 year. Earned his White Letter and Award in soccer, basketball, and tennis 2 years. In soccer, 1 CDAC championship, 1 Section 7 championship, CDAC Honorable Mention All-Star 1 year. In tennis, 1 CDAC championship, CDAC First Team All-Star at number 1 doubles. Earned the New York State Public High School Athletic Association Scholar Athlete Team Award in tennis 1 year. Congratulations, Brandon. sample sense of humor. Okay, bring your sisters with you. Matt Seagood. Matt earned his varsity letter in soccer 2 years, indoor track 1 year, track 3 years. He's a captain in soccer and track. Most valuable soccer player 2 years, most improved in track 1 year in the track events. In soccer, 1 CDAC championship, 1 Section 7 championship. CDAC first team all-star 1 year. In track, 1 CDAC championship, 1 Section 7 championship. Section 7 champion in the 400 meter relay at 46.4 in 2003. State qualifier and school record in the 1600 meter relay at 3:30.6 in 2003. State qualifier in the 400 meter hurdles at 58.5 in 2004. Congratulations, Matt. Brad Trahan. Brad earned his varsity letter in cross country 2 years, in basketball 2 years, and in golf 2 years. He earned a weight and award in cross country, basketball, and golf for 2 years. Congratulations, Brad. Marshall Zins played for his first year this year, and he earned his varsity letter in basketball. Congratulations, Marshall. See if I can remember who wasn't here. I'll just run through and say what sport they earned their varsity letter in. Sierra Batty, cheerleading 5 years. Krista Barcombe, cheerleading 4 years. Teresa Doobie, cheerleading 1 year, track 1 year. Katie Houle, cross country 2 years and track 3 years. Courtney Leduc, cheerleading 3 years. Betsy Macy, soccer 2 years, track 2 years. Mallory Martin, cross country 4 years. Nicole Perry, soccer 1 year. I think that's it for the girls. Dustin Bowman, soccer 2 years, basketball 1 year. Chris Burley, bowling 2 years. Doug Woodfellow, soccer 1 year. Mike Kerrigan, soccer 1 year, hockey 3 years, track 3 years. Skylar Massey, baseball 2 years. And that's it. Congratulations to all of you.
A wonderful job of keeping all those stats. Nice round of applause for her. That's a tough job. I was talking to Norm when he came in tonight. He was telling me how good he was playing golf. It just so happens I had a little golf story. It was so ironic that he said that. Of course, Norm's an early bird. It was early, sunny Saturday morning. Well, Norm, he's out there and he's beginning his pre-shot routine. I guess he takes forever. He's visualizing his upcoming shot when a voice comes over the clubhouse speaker. It says, "With the gentleman on the ladies' tee, please back up to the men's tee." Norm, he don't pay attention to anybody, of course. He's stubborn. He's still deep in his routine and impervious to the interruption. Begin the announcement. With the man on the woman's tee, kindly move up to the men's tee, please. Well, Norm's temper jumps in and says, "Had enough." Turns and he shouts to the announcer in the clubhouse. He says, "Would you kindly shut up and let me play my second shot?" Playing pretty well lately, I heard it. I don't know what I call that. Josie gave it to me or something.
Thanks.
Well, anyway, a couple of people have a couple of things I'd like to say. We'll start with Miss Crowley. I guess payback can be tough sometimes, but it's her turn.
I have to have this opportunity. I'm not going to touch the podium because last year I was accused by Mr. Dumas of my weight breaking it, so I hope you'll all test me I'm not touching it. And Mr. McDonough, I'd like to thank you for being here tonight because every shot he took at you was one less for me, so I appreciate that. And as I told the students all year, just because someone says something to you, you don't have to react to it. You can bide your time. For instance, I don't know, Mr. McDonough might be a little warm over there, but he looks kind of comfortable in his short sleeve shirt. And I'm feeling okay over here in my short sleeve shirt. And so I'm kind of wondering if Mr. Dumas is second guessing if it was a good use of his time to tell 5 or 10 minutes of jokes at our expenses now that he's over here sweating profusely in that suit. I think he should be grateful that I have sympathy for the rest of the people in the room, because I could probably talk another 20 or 30 minutes while he sits there and sweats. But what I would like to say is, as I'm sure all the parents are aware, every year you get attached to the senior class, and it's kind of funny because freshmen, they don't have too much to say in the beginning. Sophomores, they're pretty quiet too. Junior year, they start coming out of their shell, but by senior year, some are definitely there, and you know they're there on day one, and then there's some, like Brandon, that I actually thought was shy in September. But they've been a very unique class, and they have brought nothing but joy to my life. They have some very creative stories to tell me that I enjoyed, and they're all unique. And I must say, every year that all of the coaches certainly get attached to their athletes, particularly the senior athletes, and I know they have a hard time partying with them. I must say Mr. Bono and Mr. Landry had an especially hard time partying with their girls' varsity basketball this year, so I think it's hard for all the coaches and myself, and I know the parents to, as much as we're excited for them to graduate and happy that they're moving on, because they're certainly ready to move on right now. We certainly are going to miss them. They have been a sheer joy, and I would just like to commend the parents for doing a wonderful job with your students and for sharing them with us, because on behalf of the coaches and myself, they've been a sheer joy, and we will miss them. Thank you.
Thank you. That wasn't so bad. I thought it was a little worse. When you put your trust in Tim McDonough, I know I'm saying. Wow. Okay, now we'll have Mr. Heber. Thank you.
Well, I can tell when Frank's walking down the hall, he's got a big smile on his face. He's thinking of another story that he's going to put on for this exhibit this year. And I think Ms. Crowley's really going to pick with this next year. I guess I'd first like to start by thanking Mr. Gilroy for inviting me and to express my appreciation to the Booster Club for all that they do for NCCS athletics. It's a pleasure to be here to celebrate with you this evening. This is my third banquet, and each year I'm amazed at all the accomplishments of our NCCS senior athletes, both on and off the field. Not only are these young men and women fine examples of physical endurance and drive, but they are also scholars. A person was once asked how he learned to skate, and he said, by getting up every time I fell. Whether it was learning how to skate or excelling at another group or individual sport, all of you have gone through the painful experience of trial and error before achieving the level of performance that you are at now. You've gone through many changes in these past 4 years, and even though at times it seems difficult, you saw your way to do it. And because of the personal changes you made, you have become the fine, upstanding young and women that we see before us today. Even though change may be hard, just remember what Bruce Barton said. When you're through changing, you are through. And let what Lewis Cass said be your guide. People may doubt what you say, but they will believe what you do. On behalf of the board and myself, I want to extend my congratulations to each and every one of you for your personal triumphs, your team victories, and for so proudly representing NCCS. Thank you very much.
Okay, in closing, I'd like to thank everybody that attended tonight. It's warm in here, as you can see definitely by this little husky guy who was sweating like crazy. Put it mildly, yes. But Seniors, thank you. You made your community proud and gave us a lot of excitement and times where things were probably boring and you made it interesting. You let good coaches sometimes know that there's fun in sports. Sometimes we forget that when we push it hard. But it's always tough, say by the seniors. You've all been told that your high school days are the best years of your life. Well, there's a lot of truth to that. But you're about to go out into a new world. You know, whether it be college or working full-time, if you prepare yourself like you did for your athletics, and you have a good attitude, and always treat others like you like being treated, things will be just fine. There will be good times, and there will be bad times. Just like some of those tough nights in athletics were. But face them head on, and handle every situation the best you can. The one thing I ask of you seniors tonight, and I know everybody older, younger can vouch for this, especially older, that tonight, and especially on graduation night, look around the room. Some of the people you see, believe me, you may never see again. And if there's someone out there who has always been there for you, or may have helped make your way through school an easier journey, whether it be a mom or dad, a coach, a teacher, a friend, go to them and say thanks. Seniors, good luck with the future. Don't be strangers and come back and see us. Thank you.
Strike two. Full count. And a payoff. Foul at the plate. Count holds at 3-2. Just missing. Ball 4. Corrier taking a close one. So the potential tying run is on board and the potential winning run is at the plate. This is Jordan Clark. She swings it, hits it high to center field. It is caught. Collier backpedals and you have one down. Nice grab there by the center fielder, Colleen. Well hit ball by Clark. Let the Eagles make the play and it gets us down to Courtney Corrier, the last hope for Northeastern. Potential winning run at the plate, potential last out at the plate. Here's the pitch. Hit to the right side. This could be trouble. It's in. Corrier's at the corners. Courtney Corrier at third base. Rachel Corrier at third. And Tim McDonough didn't want to take any chances here. I'm sure possibly steal second base. See what Greg Myers is going to do on that. Jamie Brunell at the plate. Look for Courtney Corrier to try to get in scoring position. Here's the pitch. Gets away. Here comes a tying run. She is safe. We are tied. Courtney Corrier is safe at third on a bang play at third base. Courtney Corrier is now 60 feet away. 6-6 the score, 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Brunell. Strike. Ball 2-1. Knocked down by McGovern. Over to first. We are going to extra innings. It's tied 6-6. Pam Trombley at the plate. Leading off the 8th. Strike 1. Too cold for extra innings, but here we are. 2. Top of the order on deck. fouled off the mask of Lamberton, and that hurts. It's popped and out of play.
Move around now.
3-2.
Coming to you now.
Payoff pitch. Fouled off. Number 9 hitter making Rabideau work here in the 8th inning. It's out of play. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 1 down.
Be ready.
Top of the order now, Callie Colleen. Line shot, it's a base hit in the middle. Right in the gap, gets by Corrier.
Go ahead, get it!
Colleen heading into third.
Run it in!
Gets 3 bases out of it. Constanti at the plate now, Heather Constanti. See if she'll try to bunt.
Run in a bit.
Corey playing in shallow at third base. With 1 out, 3 and 4 hitters on deck. There's the bunt. Rabideau looks, goes to first. In time, throw to the plate. He scores. Christina Castine. 7-6 Eagles, 2 outs in the 8th. Line shot for Castine, that's a base hit. Clark over to cut it off, fires to Mavor. And it's going to backfire, it's going to go out of play. Lindsay Chatlin looks at strike 1. Change up, strike 2, nice pitch. Chatlin, the cleanup hitter. Nice stop by Rabideau over. Got the tag. Got her with the tag. Throw was off the mark. Mavor hung onto it, stuck her arm out there. That has to hurt in the shoulder. Eagles pick up a run. They lead it 7-6 as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Tiffany Lamberton will bat first for the Cougars in the 8th. Strike 1. Eagles up by a run. Inside. 1-1 pitch. High. 2-1. Fouled off. 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Hit to shallow right field. Base hit. Close one. Close one. That could have gone either way. Safe at first. Lamberton barely beating it out. So now Jaylene Rabideau at the plate. Took the first offering. I have no idea where it is. All I knew it was coming this way. Went over our head by a few feet. Hit to the right side. Potential tying run is on base. Goes to second now with 1 out. Advancing the runners with the out. Alex Forey up now with the top of the order to follow. Potential tying run at second. Ball 1. In fair territory. 2 down. Chatlin unassisted. Lolly Weiss becomes the potential last out with the potential tying run at second base. So let's see what happens. Weiss fouls it off. Out of play, strike 1. Nice catch by John Corrier. Lamberton at second. She's a good runner. Weiss, a very good runner. Strike 2. McGovern in the lead, 0-2. Strike 3 swinging. So the Eagles hang on to take a 7-6 victory over the Northeastern Clinton Central School Cougars, and that's the way it was in 8 innings here at Northeastern Clinton on this 13th day of April 2005. Thanks for watching and supporting viewer-supported local television, hometown cable TV, worth your support. Rebounded by DeRofe. Ball's pushed up for Nut Brown. Back to DeRofe. Rowe puts it up. Too strong. Renane with the ball and 12 seconds to go. Renane at the line. 10 seconds to go. Douglas and Bro coming out. Rebounded by Nut Brown. 5 seconds. Keene Catholic, Section 7 Class C champions. A 41-30 victory, and that's the way it was on this February 25th, 2005. Thanks for watching. And for those of you supporting viewer-supported local television, win, lose, or draw, TV worth your support.
Congratulations on a great season to Osceola Valley Central School. Nicole Loughlin, Casey Murphy, Chelsea Bedard, Kenny Snyder, Crystal Fuller,
Down and
Jacob Carter, Virginia Romano, Lindsay Snow, Sam Signer, Katie McAllister, Shannon Nutbrown, Nicole Durall, Sarah Rowe, Carrie Douglas, and the Osceola Valley coach, Mr. Roger Long. And now introducing the Section 7 Class C champions, Keene Catholic Central School, Lindsay Bombard, Meg Senecal, Amber Smalley, Tanya Fairchild, Jess Backo, Colleen Lamone, Kate Rostad, Sarah Bowden, Lindsay Tedford, Amanda Sorrell, Tricia Rabideau, Stevie Fassett, Rachel Colleen, Chelsea Dowling, Alicia Gibson, Christine Renane, and to accept the championship trophy, the ninth coach, your Section 7 Class C champions, Keene Catholic Central School.
Thanks for watching, and for those of you supporting this kind of programming, we only can do it with your help. And frankly, we're just not getting it, folks. So how about helping out to keep this programming coming?